Today we're going to take the first step in combating wheel hop on my 2018 Mustang GT with help from Steeda. This Steeda IRS Subframe bushing support system is going to fit any 2015 through 2018 GT, V6, or EcoBoost Mustang. And what these are going to do is they're going to install on the factory rubber bushings that hold the subframe to the chassis. That'll get rid of a lot of the movement in the subframe, which causes a lot of the wheel hop issues. This is going to be fairly straightforward to install, and today we're going to show you how to do it. For this installation, we need a lift or a jack and jack stands, 3/8 ratchet, 13mm socket, a 5/32 Allen key or socket, 1/2 inch ratchet, 21mm socket, 6-inch extension, torque wrench, and a small flathead screwdriver or small pry bar. So to install the bushing support system, we have to lower down the subframe. We're going to do one side at a time to keep the subframe alignment. What we're going to do is just loosen up the rear bolt, and then we're going to remove the front bolt. Now what you want to do with this bolt is you want to loosen it to the point where you can get the subframe down approximately 1 inch. We're going to start up here with the front. Now what you want to do is remove these two bolts first, and then remove the subframe bolt so the whole bracket can come off with the larger bolt. These are going to be the front inserts we're going to install. Now this one here is the lower. This is actually pretty obvious for the front. This one, the rear actually looks exactly the same, but is a little bit thinner. So you want the thicker one for the front. Where we're going to install the front here, you can see how you have these edges. They actually match the rubber bushing. There's going to be an insert in the bushing that this lip will go into. Basically turn it until it's flat. And the metal will actually touch the frame when it's bolted back in. Then the lower simply goes around the rubber, push it on into place. Now we can reinstall the bracket and the bolt. At this point, just get everything tight. We'll go back and torque it to spec when we're finished. All right, the front tight. Now we're going to remove the rear subframe bolt that we loosened earlier. In case you're wondering about these sleeves, this is part of the Steeda Subframe Alignment Kit. We have another video on this. Definitely an excellent product for your IRS. Now this is the upper for the rear bushing. Again, be very careful with this. The thinner ones go on the rear. The front looks exactly the same, but it is thicker. Make sure the thick part goes in the front. And again, there's grooves just like the front. Now for the lower reinforcement collar, we're going to put a little bit of lubrication in here. We'll make it easier to get this on. We'll start with the inner part of the collar, which is going to be the small section here. You want to make sure the groove is facing up, and this, you sort of just have to get it in here and kind of work it in. Small flathead screwdriver will definitely make it easier. I'm going to put the second piece of the collar into place. Again, make sure the groove is going upward. And once you get it lined up, install the bolts to draw it in. And make sure you tighten these down. You want to tighten both sides kind of evenly so you don't get it crooked. And now we can reinstall the sleeve and the bolt. Now I'm going to repeat the process on the other side. We'll go back and torque all the bolts to 129 foot-pound. Once they're torqued to 129 foot-pound, your installation is finished. The Steeda IRS Subframe bushing support system is an excellent idea for any 2015 through 2018 Mustang. Like I said, I had this on my 15, did a great job getting rid of the wheel hop, and I'm sure it'll do the same thing on the 18 as well. The installation is pretty straightforward, and as an added bonus, there's going to be no increase in any noise or vibration with installing this. As far as the install goes, figure give yourself about an hour and a half to 2 hours, be back on the road in no time.